AOC and Vivek Ramaswamy are going back and forth on Twitter once again, and I don't know what AOC's deal is because she's always the one who is starting it with Vivek. Maybe she's a little obsessed, but anyways, we're gonna talk about that and a lot more in today's video. So if you enjoy the content, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you are new. But anyways, Vivek went out to push back against this new talking point that Trump and JD Vance are weird, which I don't know if you've been watching the media or listening to Democrat politicians, but there seems to have been a brand new memo that went out that they saw that calling Trump a threat to democracy and a fascist and all this stuff wasn't necessarily working. So the new talking point is simply Trump is weird. Republicans are weird. I don't know who that is meant to convince in the freaking world, but this is what they're doing. So Vivek responded by saying this whole quote, "Their weird" argument from the Democrats is dumb and juvenile. This is a presidential election, not a high school prom queen contest. It's also a tad ironic coming from the party that preaches, quote, "diversity and inclusion." Very true. Win on policy if you can, but cut the crap, please. By the way, my friend John Doyle had a great tweet on this. He says, "I hope Kamala doesn't start a real campaign and instead just keeps her girl campaign where they talk about pop music and call boys weird." Which is exactly what is going on, right? It's just completely true. Both of them are right. The whole thing is juvenile. I don't know who the whole thing is supposed to be convincing. I guess maybe it works with Gen Z, but are 45-year-olds necessarily moved by the whole idea that, oh, JD Vance was weird in high school? It's like, who cares? Okay, I did not necessarily think that the threat to democracy argument was that convincing to begin with, but at least there's something real about that, right? At least that sounds scary. What kind of argument is it that, oh, Donald Trump is weird? I don't know. But AOC responded to Vivek here saying, "Being obsessed with repressing women is goofy. Trying to watch what LGBTQ plus people do all the time is abnormal. Punishing people who don't have biological offspring is creepy. It's an incel platform, dude. It's super weird and people need to know." So apparently that is the attack line of AOC. The Republican platform is the weird, creepy, loser, incel platform, which I still find to be an odd talking point, considering that this right here is the type of stuff we are seeing on official public campaign calls of the Kamala Harris campaign.
But I also happen to be a father of two girls. I have a 10-year-old and a 13-year-old. And I'm not sure if you guys can recall that feeling you had on the night of Tuesday, November 8th, 2016. I stood over my kid's bed and I wept. I wept because I felt like I let them down. I wept because they had the chance and we had the chance to have a female president for the first time in our lives and in the history of this nation. And instead, we put a man in office who not only disdains women, but whose own wife can't look him in the eye.
But again, folks, apparently we are the ones that are weird. We are the ones that are the social outcast incels or something. What? And then take a look. This is a new ad from a Pro-Kamala PAC. And this is what they are doing while saying that we are the ones who are really weird. They're running ads like this unironically. This is not a joke.
Us MAGA Republicans banned abortion, but that's just the start.
That's just the start.
If Trump gets elected, we want the government involved in all aspects of your sex life.
Way more involved.
Way more involved.
When you have sexual intercourse, it should be illegal to use contraception. No pills, no condoms.
Your genitals are reserved for procreation.
If you freeze 12 eggs, you should be required to have 12 babies, or else you're a serial killer. And I'm definitely not a serial killer.
Are you?
My son monitors my porn usage to make sure I'm not self-pleasuring.
Just like Speaker of the House Mike Johnson. That's true, you can look it up.
Don't you think that's normal?
Yeah, I do.
It's normal for your son to do that.
You should have a family member monitor your porn use too.
Because pleasuring yourself is very, very naughty.
I'm voting in November.
I'm voting in November.
We're all voting in November. Are you?
Because what happens in your bedroom is up to me.
Is up to me and my son. Also, mouth stuff is a sin.
That's not a joke. This is a Super PAC Kamala campaign ad that they are trying to run, okay? But we are the ones that are weird. And not the person who made this. I understand it's supposed to be all a parody, a satire of Republicans. It's not. All it is actually kind of implying is that the person who made this is a weirdo, maybe a little bit of a perv. I don't know. But what kind of argument is this? I don't know. It's all just so strange. They've abandoned all hope of policy just to call us weird. And the accusation, I don't think, makes a whole lot of sense when you consider the type of characters who are on the left, right? The hippies who are spending their college years camping out and protesting and rioting for foreign countries or something, those are the ones calling us weird. It just does not make a whole lot of sense.
Everything is in context. My mother she would give us a hard time sometimes, and she would say to us, I don't know what's wrong with you young people. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context of all in which you live and what came before you.
Right, but again, surely we are the ones that are weird. I don't know. What I do see, however, so far is this. The Trump campaign is trying to run a campaign on the substance. They are specifically hammering home immigration, crime, a little bit of the economy, and pinning the failures of Joe Biden on Kamala Harris. That is a campaign on substance. That is a campaign on the issues. In contrast, what has the Kamala Harris campaign been so far? Okay, you could say abortion. Yeah, sure. Maybe that is the one actual political issue they're running on. But besides that, it's what? Pop culture? Calling boys weird? Brat? And it's very interesting because you take a look at the average answer that a Kamala Harris supporter gives you. Notice how almost none of them involve a single policy besides maybe abortion. All right, okay, sure, that's the one thing they're running on, but besides that, it's diversity. She's so amazing. I love her energy, all this stuff. And in contrast to their unserious campaign of constantly calling us weird or something, this is what the Trump campaign is running on.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
This is America's border czar, and she's failed us. Under Harris, over 10 million illegally here. 250,000 Americans dead from fentanyl. Brutal migrant crimes. And ISIS now here.
Do you have any plans to visit the border? You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. I mean, I don't understand the point that you're making.
Kamala Harris, failed, weak, dangerously liberal.
But yeah, surely, I am sure they're going to overcome all of these right-wing attacks and criticisms by simply calling Trump and his supporters weirdos. Oh my gosh, they're so weird. Yeah, we want open borders, but you guys are weird. I don't understand the strategy. I don't think, frankly, it is going to work. But hey, if they want to run an unserious campaign, if they want to repeat many of these same mistakes that Hillary Clinton made in 2016, but far worse, I say let them, right? Just see how much calling your opponent a weirdo is going to win you the election. Okay, good luck with that. But that said, folks, let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section down below. What's up with AOC? Okay, the very person who was screaming at the Jamal Bowman rally, she's the one who's going to call the Republicans weird. I don't know. Be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and until next time, God bless and peace.